Yeah, the season's over, and just gonna take a walk about. Can't believe the snow's gone. It rained down here last night. A week ago today, it was snowing and below zero. And here now, I want to show you up the trail with bright green grass. It's just amazing. Uh, 22nd day of January 2018. Now, here's some nice, doing a little scouting, little behind the curve, as you'd say. Nice rubs, and we'll videotape some of them. There's a little scrape. Alongside of it was a real nice rub, and these rubs here are made basically, as Roger Rothauer would state, as boundary rubs. They're right on this trail, and the buck comes along, smells for another buck peed, and gets excited and put these horns to the trees. But just do a little videotaping today. I'm sort of looking for antlers, but I'm not really getting too aggressive. I don't want to get into the real core area of the woods yet. Staying on the fringes of it. And just by chance, if we come across one, we do. But I still think it's a little too early. Some of my trail cams are showing a few shed bucks, but there's also a lot still with antlers on their head. So I just want to scout with the least amount of intrusion without getting into the area that they could be holding up in. Yeah, that's something you never seen very often this year. Was water flowing at the Missouri crossing. And like I said, no ice. Ice is out. 22nd day of January. I don't know. Some of you folks down in southern hemisphere of the United States are having snow and whatever. So we're up here in the snow belt. I didn't have that much water flowing through here in July. Now as we venture up here on a south-facing slope, you can see the openness of that food plot. Well, that's what makes food plot hunting really, really hard for, it's like, right there's the pure traction. It's bright green, what's left of it, January 22nd. And here would be the high ground as we pan around here. Trashy cover, north or south facing slope. Pretty good incline going up there. And we venture here, those are brand new track. They were made, ground stalled out, and they were probably made last night. And that's pretty cool. I mean, the ground's soft. You can see as I push my foot in it, I can leave a print right alongside. So with that rain last night, taking out some of the frost immediately with the south facing slope, and the vegetation on it insulated the ground, so very little frost in here at all, and enough to leave footprint. Well, I can't believe this. I'm standing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 yards. 22nd day of January. Here's what's even more crazy. This is the same trail. That tree right there. That the mirror. Let's just step this off. This is real time, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, basically 14 yards from where that Thanksgiving buck walked down the trail. A half shed of a 10-point buck right out on that same trail on this back clover plot. Unreal. You can't even really see it there. Unreal. Well, that might be half of my quest might have been found today on the 22nd day of January. I pulled a card a good over a quarter of a mile away of that deer. Yeah, that's a good quarter of a mile to that camera. That he had one side gone. And here today on the 22nd, I think that was on the 15th when I noticed the one side was gone. And here on the 22nd day, you're going to bend over here and the first human hand is going to touch that. Oh man, what a trophy. Not much barrel time. Oh yeah, that's fresh. And what's ironic about it is, here's the back clover plot. Well, you can see where bucks have walked through that this morning. It might, I don't know, maybe this is, yeah, they walked right through the scrapes on the back clover plot. And another great big scrape. Wow. Now, I didn't get in here during the hunting season because, you know, you don't know where the deer are bedded at. Yeah, that's brand new. Deer walked right through that this morning. Remember, it rained. Phenomenal. Well, I guess I was really apprehensive about getting out and looking. But unreal. Here's a real neat antler. And just walking along the fence line. And first hand, that's fresh. Big spike. I know we got that on camera. So they're dropping them. That's a nice clean break right there. Nice clean break. January 22nd. Well, like I said, when you see rubs of this magnitude, if I stand up there, you can see how high that rub is on that tree. That is really high. Now, little deer don't rub trees like that. I know what deer did that, and I'm pretty much sure it's still alive, but I'm gonna put my hand up there. Jeez. I mean, just put your hand that way right there. That tree there is unbelievable. Yeah, that's what's nice about doing your scouting right now. At least you know, and like I said, I'm pretty sure that deer is still alive. So nice set of brow tines gouged into that. Ladies and gentlemen, what I've just found as I walked through this beach and green field, starting to rain, headed back home. If you don't believe in divine intervention, I've had it happen to me 2 or 3 times this year. And I want to show you what I've just seen. First I'm going to show you what I was looking at my feet. Then as I looked up, it was really hard to sort of deceptive because of the beets and greens, almost they look like the tines. But here's what I got to show you. As I was looking at this field, I'm looking at the beets and greens and the trails here, and you can still, there's still plenty of green forage in there. And I just happened to glance over to the side, and I don't know if you can see it or not. If I get down here at ground level, you can see what I'm talking about. The stems look the same as that antler. We're up here where we videotaped those 8 bucks, and he wasn't with them. But that's where I cannot believe. Perfect 10-pointer in the beets and greens. Now I'm going to back off a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. Now you sort of get mesmerized by looking at all that, the tops of those beets and greens, and I'm just looking at them and looking at them, and looking at how green, look at how green it still is at my feet. I mean, still tons and tons of forage here. Whitetail Institute, and I'm going to tell them the name. I'm not seeking capital gain or anything. It's still green, and it's the 22nd day of January, and I'm just thankful. I'm just really thankful that that antler fell off on the brush side, because if it would have fell off in the middle of this here field, like say there's my pack, but if it would have fell off right there, I'd have never seen it. Let's go back up and look at it. There it is. And what's more ironic is there was a little rub, and this area up here, I videotaped bucks. This was a scrape right here that I videotaped one time. You can see where they've had it tore up and the limbs pulled down. I had a small buck standing in there. I just can't believe that I found the matching set today, and I wasn't even going to go. I seen on the card I pulled yesterday, but I don't know how far these are apart, but we're going to find out. But here we go. Here's the first human hand that's touched that. Unbelievable. Not overly large G1 brow tine, but we got several pictures of him, and he's still alive. And I'm pretty sure this was the one that that walked by on January 10th at 65 yards on my last day of the hunt. Now I want to show you something real quick. Now if he'd have dropped that antler is a mere 11 yards away. Mere 11 yards. I'll zoom in. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. I think that's it right there. Now I'm going to show you just exactly how far it is away. But if he would have dropped that in that field with the same coloration of the beets and greens, I'd have never seen it. So let's stop. This is how close we are, real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 yards away, and it's almost invisible. How lucky was I to find that? Because, like I said, this is the exact same color as his antler. You can't tell the difference. I'm just blessed to be able to share this with you people. There they are. And I don't know how many times we got him on camera, but I'm going to go get my measuring wheel real quick and just run the measuring wheel to see how far apart these actually were. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know he's not the biggest in the world, but you've seen him alive. And I can't explain how I found these today. It's a cloudy day, but I've never hunted antlers this early in the season. Matter of fact, I want to verify the time so you know exactly what day this is. So you can see the date and time in real time. My grandson's with me in spirit. I don't know if these will be 150, but I do know what they looked like on that field when they were up there in the air, and you'll see several trail cams of it. To find these, and I'm going to tell you, I'll film exactly how far they were apart, and so I better get to going because this could turn into ice. I just had to share this with you people, and I'll tell you what, I give thanks to the Almighty Lord up above on this deal. Last year he was with me on March 16th, you've seen that, but this is phenomenal. This is totally phenomenal. And you know what? Like I said, it's not about killing things, it's about growing things. Need I say more? There's the setting, all zeros. So let's just see how far away we found the first antler. You're not going to believe this. As I stumbled across the creek, going up this hill to the clover field on the back, that laid right where I was falling face first. And I'll show you what I had to do. My boots are leaking. Anyhow, the deer trail come past that cedar tree, down through here across the creek. And I've showed you this last year. It looked like a cattle trail. And this is the nearest trail. There's a scrape up there. And as I fell across there with water in my boot, that's what's staring me in the face. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's pick him up and see what he is. You can hear my feet being sucked down into the mud. Oh. I don't know if that was an old one. Yeah, it must have been last year's. Still fine, nevertheless. Unreal. Now, to get up that slick mud-soaked hill will be the trick. Yeah, once I got up here, there's a little rub right there. But I needed you talk about not very much of a hill, but slick all the way. So let's get up there and keep the wheel rolling. Here's where we found the first scrape, the left side this morning. And we were really fortunate at that. And as we got the wheel up here, we traversed 2,160 feet. I'll try to get that up to the camera. I think you can read that. 2,160 feet later, we found the other side. Unbelievable. Now, when we found this first shed, let's go up and see where he stepped out of the bush on January 10th, 2018. This will make it come full circle. We'll measure it, keep the same 2,160 feet on the wheel, and we're going to measure where he walked out at. Okay, we're right on the trail. Right here was the trail. He stepped out of the woods on the 10th day of January 2018. And today we got his antlers. He lives, and I'll show you, it was a total of, from best what I calculated from where we found his shed, last shed, to where this spot is in the woods, was 2,628 feet. Hope you can read that, I don't know. But it's really small numbers. But it's 2,628. And from here to the last measurement, you could deduct how many feet that was from where we just measured up to here. So, Wow, unbelievable. Who would think that the deer that walked out on that trail, on that road, you would find both of these sheds? Well, you talk about storybook endings, ladies and gentlemen. That's one that I can't reenact. I don't think anybody can reenact. Real-time hunting and divine intervention to its purest form. Well, that's it from the non-typical Norwalkian on a wet 22nd day of January 2018. The angels are crying.